everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of The Charming Empire along Kagemitsu Togawa's route. In the last episode, we left off with a fire burning in the town, and we'll see if Kagemitsu can actually do anything to aid the citizens this time around or not. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. The fire in town doesn't die down until the next day. Kagemitsu does all he can to minimize the damage, but I can't do anything. All I can do is be frustrated with my own helplessness and pray for the fire to end soon. I really can't do anything. I start to feel like my tutor was right. I heard the fire died down, but are the people okay? I think about all the people Kagemitsu and I passed in town yesterday. All that liveliness was shut down in one night. Kagemitsu. Since the fire started, I hear the servants say how Kagemitsu's been working the whole night to evacuate the townspeople. He must be exhausted. I'm worried about both the damage in town and Kagemitsu's health. I want to see how he's doing, but I can't interrupt his work, and I'm also not even supposed to leave my room. Coming! I open the door to find an exhausted Kagemitsu. "Oh, use my bed, take a nap."
Good morning. I'm sorry about leaving you alone yesterday. I wanted to apologize.
No need. You are performing admirable duties. Oh, don't worry about me. I can see dark circles under his eyes. He looks so tired. Any news about the fire?
I gathered a lot of people to help put it out.
Despite the positive news, his face stays grim. Is there still something wrong?
Yeah, and we might have put out the fire, but there was a lot of damage. Even some of the stores we visited yesterday are gone.
No. The unexpectedly large damage leaves me speechless. What about your favorite cafe?
The owner is fine, but the cafe itself suffered some damage.
Kagemitsu smiles sadly before turning to me with a serious expression.
But there's no time to be sad over what's already happened. We're looking for room for the homeless, but there's not enough space.
Kagemitsu must be devastated about what's happened to his friend. It pains me to think that he's putting others before his own interests. And here I am feeling sorry for myself. I'm ashamed at my frustration and clench my fists. What can I do? I'll be right back.
Huh? What's wrong?
I stand up and race past Kagemitsu before he can stop me. What am I doing? I think this is Soshi's room. I try to follow the path that the servants guided me along on my first day at the palace. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do, and I'm pretty powerless in this fire situation. But I'm still Soshi's sister. I might be able to do something if I talk to him about what's happening. You don't think Kagemitsu's talked to him already? If I turn the corner here... When I reach my brother's room, there's a guard standing at each side of the door. It's going to be okay. I calm myself down and try to pass in front of the guards.
Halt!
Don't you know who I am?
This is Lord Amazaki's room. You may not pass without his permission.
I was stupid for thinking I could just walk in because I'm his sister. Well, you should be able to. I scream at myself in frustration, but I still want to see my brother. I take a deep breath and glare at the guards. I've come here with urgent news for my brother. Let me through. The guards exchange looks, nod, and turn back to me.
We're very sorry, but we weren't notified that you have an appointment. We can't let you through.
What? I might not have an appointment, but this is important.
Please, leave.
The calm guards don't look like they're going to budge. There's no time for this. I can't leave now, so I turn back to the guards. Are you telling me that not even his sister is allowed to meet with him? I didn't want it to come to this, but I don't have any other choice.
Whoa.
The guards exchange another glance. It looks like they don't know what to do. I might not have power, but I'm still Soshi's sister. You might make them think you have power if you can act the part. I came to the palace as Soshi Amazaki's sister. I should have the right to see my brother. The guard's eyes twitch, but I ignore them and continue. I'm sure you've heard about the trouble in town. I came to talk to my brother about it. Please let me through. I remember walking through town with Kagemitsu. The thought of that being destroyed by the fire pains my heart. I beg of you. I know this is part of the guard's job, but I can't just stand here and do nothing. Suddenly, my brother opens the door.
What's all the racket out here?
Ha! We have disturbed him enough to come investigate. Soshi looks upset with his furrowed brow. The guards quickly bow their heads.
Lord Amazaki. We're very sorry, you see.
Soshi, I need to talk with you. I call out to my brother before the guards can explain the situation. Soshi looks surprised for a second before turning angrily to me.
What do you want? I don't remember giving you permission to roam about the palace. What's the meaning of this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. You're on a mission. Soshi's cold glare intimidates me into bowing my head, and he sighs.
So what's so important that you have to break my rules to tell me?
I muster up my courage to look at him. It's about yesterday's fire. It might have died down, but it burned down houses and people are homeless.
I'm not interested. Anything else?
Soshi interrupts me with an irritated tone. Just as I feel his cold gaze overwhelming me, I take a deep breath and start again. I want you to send aid into the town to make sure everyone has shelter and food. I can't just stand here as people suffer. Please, help your people. I bow down to Soshi. I can't see his face, but his tone doesn't change.
Is that all you had to say? How ridiculous. Go back to your room.
Soshi spits these words at me and heads back into his room. Wait, Soshi! Homes and shops were burned. There aren't enough shelters and people are suffering. How can you call that ridiculous? I can't bring myself to believe Soshi's words, so I lift my head and keep on fighting.
It's not your duty to worry about the people. I did not call you here for you to act this way. Don't get ahead of yourself.
But Soshi... Someone comes running down the hall before I can finish my sentence.
Oh, there you are.
Kagemitsu looks relieved. Soji looks like he's about to have an aneurysm. Kagemitsu.
I was afraid you had gone into town, but I'm so glad you're all right.
A thin layer of sweat covers his brow from searching all over for me. His relieved smile melts my heart before a deep voice cuts in.
I see. So you're behind this. Thanks to you, my sister has started saying ridiculous things that surpass her position.
Kagemitsu stands between us to protect me from my brother. Oh.
I am sorry that she upset you, but I believe that you should listen to what your own sister has to say. What's the point of listening to a girl who doesn't understand her own rank? I think I need to teach you a lesson, Kagemitsu.
It's not Kagemitsu's fault. I came here because I wanted to. I don't want to get Kagemitsu involved. I'm filled with regret over what I've done.
No, I'm to blame. I'm the one who made you worry.
Soshi stares at us for a few seconds before turning his back on us and putting a hand on his door.
If you're her teacher, you should teach her some manners.
With that, he shuts the door in our faces. It didn't work. I really am helpless. I hang my head. Kagemitsu puts an arm around my shoulders and leads me back to my room. Back in my room, Kagemitsu looks even more exhausted than before. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kagemitsu. I just made things worse. I clench my fists on my lap. You've been working without sleep to try to help as many people as possible, while I'm helpless and mess things. Talking out loud makes me realize the gravity of it all, and I can't bring myself to finish my sentence. Kagemitsu gently uncurls my fists and holds my hands.
Thank you for worrying about me.
That's all I could do. I think Kagemitsu is just saying that to make me feel better. Well, it doesn't matter. I could say either one. Oh, I guess I say I want to do something. I don't think just commenting about how tired he looks is going to be beneficial. But you've been helping me so much. I want to do something too.
You do more than enough. Every day is so much better now that you're here.
I feel bad that Kagemitsu's words make me so happy. Kagemitsu is so tired, and here I am blushing. Kagemitsu, I feel so worthless for not being able to do anything during the fire. Since you worked so hard to put out the fire, at least let me do something for you.
You don't need to do anything, but if you insist, can I ask you for one favor?
He peers into my eyes. Sure, I'll do anything.
No, you do not have to do anything. Just stay here with me.
Would you like a lap pillow? I suddenly feel I called it. I suddenly feel a weight on my lap as we sit side by side on the bed. Kagemitsu lays his head on my lap. Kagemitsu?
I'm sorry, just let me stay like this for a little while.
Kagemitsu immediately falls asleep, and I can hear him breathing peacefully. He really was tired. I'm careful not to wake him as I quietly smooth my hand over his hair. Aww. And that's it for Chapter 7. Well, Kagemitsu actually did some stuff for the people. I mean, he couldn't get Soshi to send aid, but Kagemitsu had enough power to get some organization going, so you would think that should come off as coming from the palace, right? I don't know, maybe the people are too smart for that. Well, anyway, hope to see you in that next video, or some of my other ones, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.